Welcome to another episode of Coco and Teal Speech Therapy. I'm Teal, this is Coco. Nursery rhymes like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, The Wheels on the Bus, Patty Cake, and Old MacDonald are one of the oldest interactive ways for parents to play with babies from a really young age. Even if you feel like you don't have a singing voice, your child will enjoy and appreciate the sound of their parents singing to them. In the field of early intervention speech therapy, singing nursery rhymes has all kinds of therapeutic benefits. This is an activity that I use with kids across the span of 0 to 3, and that's because it can target so many different things. Nursery rhymes can be used to increase babbling, to practice sequencing sounds, to increase receptive language, or what words your child understands, to target imitation, either actions, sound effects, words, or phrases, and to target social skills, paying attention to people over objects. For a really quiet baby or toddler who hasn't started babbling much, I introduce nursery rhymes into daily routines as a way to increase this babbling. Research has shown that exposure to the rhythms of music helps kids acclimate and reproduce the rhythms in speech and language. A kid who might have a suspected diagnosis of childhood apraxia might really benefit from embedding nursery rhymes into daily routines, as the predictable sequence of melody and words in a nursery rhyme is something that kids with apraxia really benefit from. I love the motions that go along with so many children's nursery rhymes, like the wheels on the bus go round and round, because that means that we can use them with kids who are working on any kind of imitation. For kids, as I mentioned, with apraxia or maybe with cerebral palsy, it's really important to practice initiating these movements on purpose. When any child who's learning to imitate language needs to back the skill up to something a little bit easier, I almost always start practicing imitation at the actions with their body level. So this would mean, rather than trying to sing along the words to the wheels on the bus, they're simply listening, paying attention, and copying the actions that go along with it. When a child is ready to start copying and imitating words, I love to leave out the last word in a song, like twinkle, twinkle, little, and see if they can fill that word in. Start by leaving out a sound effect, like Old MacDonald had a farm. Work your way up to words, and eventually you can even start leaving whole phrases out of the song once your child knows this song really well. A kid who's working on understanding new words, who might have a receptive language deficit, also benefits from the use of nursery rhymes. This is because we're acting out almost all of the words as we sing them. Think of the song, The Itsy Bitsy Spider. We say, the itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. A child with a diagnosis of autism, or simply a child who has some social deficits, also really benefits, and often they really enjoy nursery rhymes. One of the recommendations I always give to parents when they're working on social skills is to make themselves the object of the child's attention in any way that they can. So a lot of times kids with social deficits will be more interested in toys than people. So when we're singing a nursery rhyme and acting out all these fun gestures, we become the toy, and we're helping teach that child to focus on interacting with people rather than objects in a really fun, engaging way. As an early intervention speech therapist, and probably as a parent, I would find it helpful to have a list of my favorite nursery rhymes handy so that I'm not singing Baby Shark over and over again for 24 straight hours. I like to have a list of options available so that I can jump from one song to the next and keep it interesting for myself and for the client that I'm working with. Think about how you can embed these nursery rhymes into daily routines with your baby or toddler. My mom had a diaper changing song that she sang every time she changed one of mine or my siblings' diapers. We knew that song really well by the time we were potty trained. I've worked with parents who have bath time playlists, so those songs are really predictable. Think about singing songs as you cook breakfast or as you are strapping your toddler into their car seat. There are hundreds of opportunities throughout each and every day to sing songs to your child as you accomplish little tasks. On my Teachers Pay Teachers store, you'll find a deck of hand-painted watercolor pictured choice cards of my favorite 14 nursery rhymes. I want to give you a little preview today. So, head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Open, shut them, itsy bitsy spider, baby shark is in there, baby bumblebee, 5 little ducks, row, row, row your boat. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands and ring around the rosy. Even without a picture choice deck, I recommend creating a list of your and your child's favorite nursery rhymes and songs so that you can keep songs fresh and interesting as part of your daily routine. Thank you for watching this week's episode of Coco and Teal Speech Therapy. See you next week.